Scared of the noise, not the case for the rest of the family.
My dad came downstairs and asked why the whole third floor was rumbling and it sounded like an earthquake had happened.
We checked with the U.S. Geological Survey, who confirmed the loud rumble was not an earthquake.
People felt and heard something strange yesterday.
We felt the ground shake and also a loud rumble noise. And about 10 minutes later, it happened again.
It literally sounded like the ground shook from one end of Broadway to the other.
John Cook, a Cape May blog writer and hotel manager, says he heard jets buzz the beach before, but this was different.
That's the thing. We all have theories, but we don't have the answer. That's up to you guys to come up with what really happened.
Well, you know who may have the answer? Mother Nature, or even better, the Weather Authority, who may have the answer to those mystery rumbles in South Jersey.
Yeah, even the dog stopped and look, walking in circles.
I have a big golden doodle, and she was like, ruff, 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 ruff. So she found it before I did.
The United States Geological Survey says they did not detect any earthquakes in that area, and they don't believe that the shaking or the boom sound was of meteorological origin.
This loud sound is leaving many across the metro area scratching their heads. People from Algiers to Gentilly to St. Bernard Parish say they heard what sounded like an explosion around 11:15 Tuesday night.
Just like one big boom.
I heard a loud explosion. It was just a real deep, sounded like a very large explosion. Almost felt a little vibration from it.
Adding to the unusual, other neighbors reported seeing a yellow flash just a few seconds before the noise, like seen here.
It was just scary. All of a sudden, everything was quiet, and then all of a sudden, an explosion, you know?
There were also some reports it could be a meteor, but NASA says there was no significant activity over the New Orleans area. Furthermore, they say there was no scheduled test activity at Stennis Space Center during the time that could account for the noise.
I mean, it went boom, and it just had a sound, roaring sound.
Her adult son ran downstairs.
He said, Mama, I don't know what the hell that is.
And people all across the city heard the mysterious boom that some say sounded like an explosion. Surveillance video captured it. You can hear it from inside this bedroom. In this video from Musicians Village, you first see a white flash in the distance. And then, about 5 seconds later, you hear this. But it's not the first time.
Always at night, always and late.
She and several other neighbors say they hear similar booms every 6 months or so.
This was louder. This one was the loudest one that I ever heard.
It's left her and the rest of the city still questioning what was it.
It's a mystery.
But at this point, nobody knows where that sound was coming from.
It remains a mystery. Okay.
Power City tonight, a big boom overnight rocked the west side of Port Arthur. And tonight, many are asking, what was it? Well, people reported hearing that loud noise late Tuesday night.
There was a loud noise, sounded like it could possibly be an explosion, shook the ground.
Community activist Hilton Kelly grew up in West Port Arthur by the refineries. He understands why the boom left neighbors nervous.
Many people are disturbed by that. Their windows were rattled. They're feeling nervous about what's going on, and there's no disclosure.
It happened again. San Diegans throughout the county reported hearing and feeling yet another mysterious boom today.
Oh man, a big jolt in the North County Sunday morning. It was felt all across San Diego. We were in a meeting when it happened here. Whoa, yeah. What is that?
That's it. So the USGS rated the quake a 4.1 on the Richter scale, centered beneath Palomar Mountain.
One person tweeting, in Escondido, we felt 2 quick jolts. The second one felt bigger. It shook my house and got my heart racing.
Yeah, that's the first one in a couple years I can remember really shaking the ground the way it did.
Many San Diegans felt the 4.1 magnitude earthquake.
It sounded like something exploded, kind of, and then the dog's barking, and then the house is shaking, and we're like... She like spilled her coffee. She's like, it's okay, everything's okay.
It almost sounded like there was like a jet overhead, like a sonic boom type thing.
We've lived here 40 years, and it was probably the second strongest we've felt.
The seismic activity could be felt from Valley Center, Escondido, and Vista, all the way to Oceanside.
We just had a shocking blast that we felt. It lasted a couple of seconds here, and I mean, it shook the house.
The rumble heard on this Ring camera.
Right now, no injuries have been reported, but the earthquake did cause some damage. One woman who lives in San Marcos sent us these photos of cracks in her walls. Mitchell, who's from California, says she's used to earthquakes, but this one, she admits, left her on edge.
Little earthquakes, it moves the blinds, no problem. But this knocked stuff off the walls. It was knocking stuff off of tables.